there was a little confusion the last time we showed our mega room swap to make room for foster kids, where there was a secret passageway and where it exactly went. So today we're gonna uncover it. We're gonna show you like the layout of our main level here so you can get a better idea where we're gonna be sleeping, where the foster kids are gonna sleep, and the work that's involved in the process. Well, one of the top questions we get is, where are the foster kids gonna sleep? Because we have a pretty tiny house.
Yeah, you know, the social worker actually asked the same question.
Yep.
And I just looked at Dawn.
So we've talked about how we are gonna make, we're basically gonna flip-flop 2 rooms. Our existing bedroom with our, what we call the TV room, because it's like the only purpose of this room. It's like a living room. So we had talked about flip-flopping these rooms so that the foster kids would basically have their own bedroom. There was some confusion though, because Tom had actually sheetrocked over that one of the entrances into this living room. There was just confusion about like, where does that lead to? Is that connected to your bedroom?
Yeah, and that was the misconception, that our TV room was connected to our bedroom, so that when we talked about how we would flip-flop this, that we would be walking through the foster care kid's room or the foster care kid would be walking through ours. That's not accurate. So
Tom's gonna take down the sheetrock and then we will show you how it works in here. So what we wanna do today, we got new carpet for this room. So our goal is to empty everything out of here and rip up this old carpet.
Yeah, you wanna show them just a little bit of why this carpet needs to go?
This carpet's pretty disgusting.
And this carpet was like this when we bought the house.
Yeah, it's...
Believe it or not, this was the nicest carpet in the house when we bought the house.
Yeah.
Which is why it survived 5 years of us leaving it.
Yep, so it's seen better days. I mean, it has to be really old. I can't even put a guess on how old it is. So we wanna get the baseboard pulled up, the carpet. We just happen to have a dumpster here right now.
We're getting ready to move a shed. What do you expect?
Yep, so we had to get a dumpster for that. Yep. And then that's our main goal for today, is to get the new carpet in. Eventually we need to get the new trim around the windows and everything, but if we can get carpet in today, at least then that chunk of it is done. Okay, so Tom will take down the sheetrock and then I think this will all make sense.
So this goes into a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not our bedroom, what?
So here, now you can see the hallway. That's behind.
And our bedroom is here.
Yeah, that's behind here. So we also bought a oak 6-panel door, unfinished, to go here. So half of our house has these doors, half has 6-panel oak doors.
Which a lot of people think these are gorgeous, awesome doors. But
I like them.
I know, but what you don't know is they're hollow.
They're very thin.
They're not solid. They're not like as...
So they're very like rattly.
Yeah.
And then all of the knobs, none of them have locks.
If they were solid, we would probably try and figure out a different lock or a different doorknob scenario.
Totally. We would keep them.
Because they're hollow, they're really not nice.
Yeah. So I love the color of them. I like the style of them. But we're deciding to go with the 6-panel oak doors since there's already a bunch of those in the house. So
yeah, then we don't have to
replace those.
Every door for the house.
Yep. Okay, so I think it's easiest to explain this if we actually come from the kitchen. So if you want to...
Behind me?
Yeah, turn around. All right, so if we head this way...
I'm gonna go to the bathroom quick.
Yeah. To the left is our full bathroom. Straight ahead is our bedroom. You're kind of blocking it. I'm trying to show what's straight ahead.
Sorry.
Straight ahead is our bedroom.
What is this room?
And then to the right is the TV room. All right. So we did have a question too about where our bed frame was from, and it's from Amazon, so I can link that to that down below. The only thing, a little while back we did paint it black. Tom painted it black.
Tom did not think it was necessary. It was like it's a hammered finish.
Yeah.
And it was like that, like dark grayish with little bitty speckles.
It was shiny.
So my wife obviously did not like it. So we just scuffed it, cleaned it, and sprayed it flat black.
Yeah, and it's actually held up very well. So just so you know, it does not come in flat black. We made it flat black.
Because somebody didn't like it.
And we have had our Helix mattress now. We mentioned it again when we were on vacation because we missed it so much. So it's been good to be back home sleeping on it. Helix is a premium mattress in a box company, so it gets delivered to your door. You can set it up all by yourself. It's fun watching the magic when you unwrap the plastic and it inflates. And so we have the Dusk Lux model, which is a little bit firmer, and then it has the pillow top. And so we really like it. So Tom's, like, we've been very comfortable since we've been back home. Tom's the type, though, that at night will start to run his to-do list through his head. I'm not sure if anybody else ever experiences that.
I think I'm not the only one who does that.
I know you're not the only one that does that. So we really like sleeping on our Helix mattress. It's very comfortable. So Helix was also very kind to send us some weighted blankets.
It's kind of cool.
It's actually two-sided. Do you want to show that, Tom? One side is like...
First, what I need to get into about this is, so the weighted blanket makes you feel like someone is like snuggling with you all night long. My wife does not like that one bit.
I was waiting.
So we needed a blanket to do that. Because she just isn't even not considering it. So thank you, Helix, for providing what my wife could not.
I kind of saw that coming. So it has two different sides.
Hey, 14 years. Just want to be cuddled.
So depending on how snuggled Tom needs to be, one side is really nice and fluffy, but as it warms up, then the other side is a little bit, it's still fleecy and soft, but not quite as warm. So what's interesting about the weighted blankets is that they actually are proven to reduce anxiety, and if you sometimes have difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. But we were also thinking about them because this is going to be the foster care room, to have them for foster kids too, because they're helpful for kids too.
Because we know Dawn's not going to snuggle with them.
I might snuggle with the kids. All right, so we do have a link below where you can get $200 off your Helix mattress. So a good night's sleep is so important, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say it's priceless. I mean, we've spent a ridiculous amount of money on a mattress and been extremely unhappy with it for several years. Until we went to the Helix, which again, I did not like initially. But once we broke it in, love it.
Good sleeping.
Good sleeping.
So you can find that link down below. Thank you, Helix, for supporting our channel. We are very grateful. And so this is going to be the foster care room.
Yeah, and so our bed will move over to the new bedroom.
Yep.
We'll leave the wardrobe here. I think we'll probably pull our stuff out of it.
Yep.
And leave it for a foster kid. And then we'll set this room up with a day bed and maybe a small crib. Yeah,
we're still working that all out. But we do need to make this TV room a little more private, right? So we're talking about different ways to get a door into.
Now that you mentioned that, that has been a suggested thing.
What's so funny is people had made comments about privacy and like these doorknobs we have in here, no locks.
Hold on. Can you, I'm gonna close this. Would you like to look inside here?
Oh, can you see through the keyhole too? Oh, I can see you.
You never knew
That's funny, I did not know that. The bathroom doesn't have a lock either, so we're moving up.
5 years, no lock on the bathroom. All right, carpet. You've done, oh, actually, so I know what's under this floor.
Hardwood?
Real hardwood is under this floor.
Yeah, and we're not refinishing real hardwood.
People are gonna like lose it when we just put carpet right over it.
No, the way I look at it is we're preserving it, right? Because you all know we don't have the time right now to refinish a hardwood floor.
Right, and I wouldn't want to have like nice hardwood in one room of the house. Like you'd want it through everything.
And in Minnesota, it is nice having carpet in bedrooms. Like, it's cold here. It's just how it is. So even if we find really nice hardwood under here, we're covering it up and we already have the carpet bought.
I'm just saying you might eat your words because it might be beautiful.
I don't.
I'm just saying. 1995.
1995, well, 25 years.
8/16/95 is when this was made. That's crazy that this is on there. I never see stickers of under carpet.
I don't even know how long is carpet supposed to last. I don't.
Apparently they got 30 years out of it. Well, no, what is it?
25.
25 years out of this one.
Is that good? I don't even know.
Wow, so it's 20-year-old carpet when we bought.
Yeah.
Isn't that fairly old?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. That's what I expected.
There it is.
No, it's glory.
See, it's not in perfect condition, so
No.
it's okay to cover it up again. Good to know it's here, and we will continue to protect it, right?
Yeah, we will.
Well, it doesn't really look much better in here.
No, I think our house actually looks terrible right now.
We haven't totally decided what we're gonna do with the TV yet.
Yeah, we don't really watch TV.
No.
The kids watch movies, that's about it.
Right. So, we'll see. We're not getting rid of it, but we just don't know where it's going.
Okay, so since all of you think that the mother and father of a household should have privacy, we agree with you first off.
Yeah.
We're putting a door here, and we are going to cap that doorway. That will be like a permanent / not permanent cap. We'll leave the slider door on the other side. We have a plan to make it look good on this side. But so that'll be a non-functioning doorway. That'll be a wall.
Right.
That's the basement, that's the front door. No one uses that door.
Right.
Ever. Like ever. So we're gonna put a door here. When we bought these doors last night, I measured one real quick in the store and I was like, oh cool, it'll fit. I don't know if I grabbed, like if there's a door in the back of the truck that is 1/4 inch narrower. There's probably not. So I'm gonna take a 1/2 inch off of here. Of this whole one side, and then I need to go up like 1 inch.
I was gonna say, if you didn't have to go up too, I would say, well, should we just go back and get a narrower door? Because we could go 28 inch, these are 30 inch,
Yeah,
but if you have to cut the top too, then that's a pretty narrow door, a 28 inch.
Yeah, I don't wanna go that narrow.
Yeah.
This is plaster, so it's probably, this corner is probably wrapped in metal.
Oh,
all the
that's
corners
right.
are probably wrapped in a significant amount of metal.
So you don't want to just get a 28 inch door?
I sure don't.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, I have a ceramic disc for cutting tile with my cutoff grinder.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna zip down the edges with that,
Okay.
and then peel all this off. So that's my plan. We'll see if it is successful or not.
Yeah, we'll see. So we decided to get unfinished oak doors because we're gonna replace 3. We're gonna replace the bedroom one, the bathroom one, and here. And they were like $50 or $60 cheaper per door to buy it unfinished. So I'm like, we can stain doors. But the other thing is that we do want to try and match the doors that are already in the house, the 6-panel oak doors. So then we got some different colors of stain so that we can try and match that too. So the doors are unfinished, but then we'll just plan to finish them once they're in place. Don't try this at home.
This is probably the first time in 3 years of having a YouTube channel that I've actually worn.
You don't have gloves on though, so don't be too proud of yourself.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm kidding. Thank you for doing that.
I don't know if this is gonna come off like I had hoped. But maybe it will, I don't really know. The wall's coming off the way I want it.
Yeah, no, that looks good. Good job. So we're trying to see if the door is gonna fit or if it's too tall. Too tall?
Yeah.
Bummer. By like how much?
1/4 inch. Alright boys and girls, this here's what we call Sawzall. This one will cut nails, wood, pretty much anything you put in its way. Bones.
Oh gosh. Let's not do that one.
So what we're gonna do here.
Alright.
Nice cut. It's a Sawzall though.
It's
so
hard to
anyone
get
who knows a Sawzall
straight.
knows she ain't a super straight shooter.
That'll get covered up with trim though, so that's okay.
Oh, and just in case you're wondering, all my safety gear is still on. I just put a better protection stuff on so you can't see it.
Okay.
But I'm still wearing it. Dawn is too.
Maybe you should actually put it back on.
You don't like that. She's like, man, you want me to cut through all that? Yeah, I do. Sure do.
Tom gets a little punchy after he's been doing these projects by himself for a while.
Well, there's only two options after doing these projects. Get punchy or get crazy. This is the better version.
Okay. It's so close.
People are gonna need room for chains.
Do you need room for shoes? Sorry. All right, the pad is going down. It's blue.
Well, this is the carpet.
Yeah, right? What do you think? It was really inexpensive. Looks good. Oh, yep, there's carpet.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. That was
Cool.
loud.
Do you guys like it?
They're riding around the carpet.
Okay, here is the carpet.
It is the exact same carpet we put in our old bedroom.
Yep. This is when the transformation really gets good.
Yeah, and this is going to be the trick to unrolling it.
Yeah. Looks a little dark, but it's probably just because it's nighttime, getting to be dark outside.
And because what was in here was like a white.
That's true.
And yes, we know that you can have this done by professionals.
Someday, that's our goal. Someday to hire all this stuff done.
Yeah. Someday all this stuff you guys see us do ourselves, we hope to hire. Someday.
That looks good.
Oh. Who needs carpet layers?
And so, yes, is this room like a little, sorry, I'm short. Is this room like a little wonky that there's like 4 doors
No.
in here?
Absolutely not.
Yes, this is not meant to be a forever solution. Probably like a 2-year solution, and then we do want to put a new basement under this house.
We had only painted this room since we bought the home and put 2 windows in the front door.
Yeah, no, this is actually very exciting. This is the last room to be kind of like refinished in our house. So it's amazing how once you start making all the other spaces look really nice, then this room especially felt kind of grody. So to get the old carpet out feels really good. I did want to show how we were planning to like set this room up here. Initially we thought we'd put our bed on this wall, and then the TV is gonna go out of here.
No, I'm fine. You just...
You're the bed? Okay. The TV is gonna go out of there, and then we would just put like a chair or something to sit underneath where like the TV is now. But I was in here and I actually measured, and our bed would actually fit on that wall under the TV. So I'd kind of thought if we would put our bed there, and then we could put 2 chairs at this end of the room, like in front of the window.
All kinds of room for activities.
It actually feels like a big...
Dude, this is a humongous... So this room is 11 by 17. This is enormous for something we've ever had. Compared
to the bedroom we've had so far, which honestly has been fine. Like, it's been totally fine. But it does, I don't know, this feels kind of good to have a little bit bigger room and a place for Tom and I to go to and just be able to have some quiet time.
I really enjoy getting to have coffee with Donna in the morning, but our kids kind of put a big damper on that because they're always next to us.
Yeah.
But if we could come in here and sit and have coffee and look out the windows and see our beautiful property.
Yeah, it's like a nice view and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, so we don't, I mean, we'll keep you posted about like kind of how we do it. We still have to kind of figure out where the kids will watch TV and all of that. So we're gonna work it all out, where the toys are going. And also now that the kids have they each have their rooms set up. I mean, they don't each have their own room, but we have 2 bedrooms that they can go to. It does feel like they have a quiet space, especially if foster kids won't be in their rooms.
Yeah, basically everyone has their own space they can go and retreat to if they need.
Yeah. So I know some people think it's a little strange what we're doing. I'm okay being a little inconvenienced in our house for a little while. I know there were some more questions too about foster care. Our plan right now is to do ages 5 and under, and so we have done quite a bit of like educating ourselves, so we know about them like having their own room and our kids having their own spaces. And
the other thing, I know that a lot of people think this is weird, also like don't understand like us kind of like jockeying the layout of our house around for certain seasons, but in reality we're very handy and we're very frugal, and so like most of this has been very inexpensive. Because we do it all ourselves and find either repurposed stuff or discount stuff or...
And I know last week on our video, some people had thought maybe you seemed a little bit hesitant about foster care, and I don't, it's not that Tom's not on, you get me in trouble.
I don't know why they think that.
I know. I think it's not that he's not on board with it. I think it's both. We're just like,
I'm nervous.
We don't know what to expect, right? We hear so many great stories about it, but you also hear stories about when things don't go as planned. But I did mention, I read that really great book, Breathing Through Foster Care. It's linked down below, but she talked about, I mean, when they had to disrupt placements or they had to decide that it was time for kids to move on to another home. And I was grateful for that because in the past, I would have been the type to be like, no, we have to power through and make it work. And so it's good to hear stories from others about when you just know it's not the right fit for your family anymore. And so I feel like I at least have a little more maturity in that area now too, that if it's not working, it's not working, and it'll be okay to say it's time for them to go to another home. And but not that I'm not gonna try my darndest, like I will try. So I think we have kind of a balanced perspective with that, and we feel well supported. We've got like really great friends and family around us, and so.
Well, and the thing is too, is like, it's a decision that is gonna disrupt the natural flow of your home currently for us. Like it's gonna disrupt our flow of our house. And so when would you be ready for that? When would you say, you know what? I'm ready for something to really just mess things up right now. Like I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So that's where things are so far. We're not in like a huge rush to get this room done. Actually, yesterday, part of why Tom wasn't sleeping was because they just like showed up with some beams to start moving our shed. So that is also in progress. We've
been talking about it and planning it for quite a while. But now that we hired this company to pick up our building and move it, it's a little nerve-wracking. Yeah. So trying to manage the whole crew of people. I mean, not manage them, but
but make
do
sure
everything the way they want.
You have your part done, and so they can do their part. And the weather plays a big role in it too. So. Yeah, so that was a little stressful for Tom as well. But we'll give you a full update probably next week on that project. I know if you've jumped in and out of our videos, you're like, you're doing what and why would you do that? There really is a plan behind all of it.
I promise, it's beautiful.
There is a plan, and it is more than Dawn just wanting to see the sunrise in the morning.
No, and so in an ideal scenario, we'll just play a little, just kind of shift everything around. And so we came up with a good location where we were gonna put it. We built a pad for it. And so we are both on board with moving the shed, like foster care, life in general. We just
agree on everything all the time.
When we disagree and you guys see that, it's acting. I am an awesome actor.
Oh, so I can go get started on the camper graphics right now?
Yep.
We hope you all have a great weekend.
Yep, you do that.
We hope you have a great weekend. We love you, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye-bye.